Top of the morning to you. This is Monday with Friday, preparing you for a better week ahead. Please remember to like and share widely this video. Mother Nature and humanity are both writhing in agony. Hurricane Melissa has done her rampage in Jamaica, and human wickedness continues to do its murderous deeds, be it from terrorists or governments, from Australia in the south to the Caribbean Sea in the north. Nature is gyrating on her own steam, as well as with significant help from humans. Humanity groans because Mother Nature explodes, but also because humanity misbehaves. When Mother Nature prances and humanity misbehaves, humanity suffers. Each one unleashes cascading events. Here's what I mean. Maduro stole an election in Venezuela. That has provided the pretext for a lawless commander with a lawless regime who himself attempted to steal an election in his country and who clearly is attempting to steal the next one, to now seek to steal Venezuela's resources. You couldn't make that up. This convict abuses his country's military resources in the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Paria, and has unjustly executed 87 human beings so far with neither warrant nor congressional clearance. The cascade continues. A naval commander's future is in a pickle, and so too is that of the cabinet secretaries whose efforts to throw the admiral under the bus without joining him there will fail. As well, who knows what the future holds for Trinidad and Tobago, whose prime minister has consigned her nation to be an antagonist partner in an illegal war. Does she not know that even if the American White House occupant does not grab her personally by her you-know-what, that this is what this felon has done figuratively and repeatedly to people who have worked for him, or any person, agency, or nation who trusts him, including his voter base? Does she not know that he is user, abuser, and abandoner? Mother Nature also leaves cascading misery in her path when she strikes. Besides the immediate loss of property, livelihoods, communities, and lives, frequently, the cascade of misery includes looters, both the poor, hungry, desperate, and unprincipled, who loot supermarkets and stores, and the respectable-looking looters, rich public or private sector officials or other operators who abuse, siphon off, steal, and pocket resources that flow in from benefactors to assist in the aftermath of hurricanes, floods, tsunamis, earthquakes, brush fires, or tornadoes. Farther down the cascade, education suffers as schools go into hiatus without buildings, unemployment balloons, and crime ticks upward. Some environmentalists say we have already passed the window wherein humans can address climate gone wild and uncontrollable. They say Hurricane Melissa is one of much more to come, and it is 8 months away from the next hurricane season, I might remind you. Some climate scientists say there is still time to act. While you and I can plant more trees, cut down fewer trees, encourage the growth of the bee and butterfly populations, reduce marine garbage, and recycle more, the most crucial acts required of taming Mother Nature are beyond little you and me. And if you are from the global south, likely beyond your government also. Such governments can stop denuding any forests that remain. However, it is the industrialized and rich countries of the global north whose policies and actions contribute most to carbon emissions and global warming who must undertake the biggest actions. Unfortunately and unjustly, those countries aren't the most vulnerable to nature's fury. It is instead the world's poorer and poorest countries. Hurricane Melissa will cost Jamaica 40% of their GDP. Many Jamaican individuals, families, enterprises, and communities shall never recover. Ever. That is true already in Haiti, whose extreme vulnerability to nature's fury is itself a cascading effect from human fury first visited on them by France in 1804 and ever since, with America taking her potshot at Haiti, raping her treasury and occupying her for 19 long miserable years last century, leaving, like France did, a carcass behind. Entire Pacific islands, inhabited by real people, shall disappear in less than a generation as Arctic ice shelves melt and ocean levels rise. People inhabit those islands. In both the short and long run, it is easier to address human misbehavior than Mother Nature's. But how? Well, if you celebrate Christmas at any level whatsoever, I suggest that an answer resides in some key symbols of the Christmas story. First, availability. Whether you believe in the virgin birth or not, something unusual and potentially dangerous and curious occurred with the young teenager who bore the Christ child. Whatever it was involved significant risk to herself. And the man who stood by her side also subordinated his own plans and even pride to something bigger than himself. The message of availability to serve a purpose wider than your own is not only the Christmas message, but also a measure that shall neutralize the hurricanes of selfishness, self-serving, and self-aggrandizement, all of which oppress and harm and kill masses of people. So to what purpose that serves others more than your own self can you and I submit this Christmas? Secondly, hospitality. It is a gift you can offer. Mary and Joseph received the hospitality of a householder who hadn't an upper room available but a basement area that could house them for a few nights. Later, as refugees to Egypt, they received temporary protective status, TPS, there. We are all travelers through life. Every day, we depend on somebody for hospitality, whether it's on an aircraft or on a bus or service from an establishment. When we become territorial, callous, and supremacist, forgetting that no place on earth belongs exclusively to any of us, and arrogating ownership to ourselves, we become evil. Third, simplicity. Whether you believe him to be the Christ or simply the greatest human being with the widest of influence that has ever lived, it is notable that to secure the reputation or recognition he had, he did not have to be a billionaire or hold political office or be born into royalty. From the start to the end, his life was characterized by simplicity, frugality, and the total absence of ostentatiousness, raw ambition, competitiveness, or the pursuit of a rat race. The loss of simplicity has endangered us all and has produced social low-pressure systems fed by the heats of unhealthy human passions and waywardness that drop Category 5 socio-economic hurricanes upon us. Let us reclaim simplicity this Christmas. Now, nature's storms and other phenomena will continue despite any magnitude-reducing environmental care we apply to it. We have, however, greater control over the human and social hurricanes, able to reduce them in our own little corners, our own local and national communities, by our choice of community leaders, and in the wider world if we became shining examples of their success across the world. So, Merry Christmas. Let's keep trying to change the world. I am Michael Friday, and your week just got better. I hope I helped to make your whole year better. I'll see you again next year. Happy Monday, all the way to Friday.